You only have to say the underarm incident and every dedicated cricket follower knows exactly what you mean. This divisive incident, which rekindled memories of the animosity aroused by the Bodyline tour, occurred at the MCG in the third final of the 1981 series. What happened in the final over of that match will live forever in the annals of cricketing battles between Australia and New Zealand.
Richard Hadlee, and will he be able to perform the miracle New Zealand so badly needs?
Trevor Chappell to the Demon Hadlee. 6 balls remaining. He's hit that and he's hit it well. It's going to Max Walker. And that's 4. My, what a start! Wow! 11 required for victory. 5 balls to be bowled.
Well, I would say that Greg Chappell's got to get Max Walker out of that position. That's Hadley's favourite hitting position.
Trevor Chappell. He's getting out! Oh, well. Dear, oh dear. There we go. Let's have a look at that on replay.
Well, Richard Hadlee, he wouldn't be over-thrilled about that. He's been struggling all season to get an LBW himself. On this occasion, well, I would say that that might have just pitched outside leg stump. Certainly it would have hit the stumps. But I think that Richard Hadlee could justifiably feel a little bit annoyed at that decision, particularly with all the troubles that he's had getting an LBW himself. Richard Hadlee, LBW to Trevor Chappell for 4. New Zealand 7 for 225.
4 balls remaining. 11 runs required for victory. Possibly the best they could hope for would be a draw, 2 4s and a 2. Smith not a big hitter. And really it's unfortunate that Edgar's not on strike.
Well, I'd have to disagree with Smith not being a big hitter. I saw him hit an awful big 6 off Dennis Lilly at the Sydney Cricket Ground. But it's a very tight situation for him. Young cricketer. International experience, not great. He's up against a bowler who is also not greatly experienced in international cricket.
Well, what a pressure out there. Fieldsman everywhere. He's hit it well. Go for 2. And they get it. 3 wickets in hand. Marsh up for the stumping. Or the run through. He's hit that, and that's runs. That's at least 1. He'll probably go for the second and test him out. He's going. He's made it. He's home. What a great effort. Ian Smith, crowd is stunned. Fine running between the wickets. Tremendous courage.
They need 7 off 2 balls, and let's look at a tie. 6 off 2 balls for a tie. 7 off 2 balls for a win to New Zealand.
Trevor Chappell, the bowler. Smith, the batsman. 52,000 people in front of their seats. And there you go. Trevor Chappell, short of the length. Trevor Chappell coming on to bowl the last and vital over. Put away for 4, and he's picked up 2 wickets.
Trevor Chappell slamming that one in short of the length. It doesn't bounce very high, and that's what's beaten Ian Smith. The fact that it's kept a little bit low. He's hitting across the line, looking for the big hit over mid-wicket. It's gone underneath his bat and just hit about just under halfway up the stumps. Ian Smith is out, bowled Trevor Chappell for 4. 8 down for 229, and New Zealand's only hope now is a 6 off the last ball for a tie.
Long discussion. Well, it looks to me as if they're going to bowl underarm off the last ball. Rod Marsh is saying no, mate, but I'm sure he's going to bowl an underarm delivery on the last ball and bowl it along the ground and be sure that it has not been hit for 6. The umpires have been told, the batsmen have been told, and this is possibly a little bit disappointing. Let's make sure it is an underarm, but I've got the feeling as the ex-Victorian skipper, we're going to bowl an underarm. We never believed it. And that's a disappointing finish. Disappointed Brian McKechnie, the crowd boo. And it's all over. After 50 overs, New Zealand 8 for 229. Well, that's disappointing. Bruce Edgar saying, what's going on? I'm very disappointed, Bruce Edgar. At the moment, Power's coming onto the field.
Now, one of the New Zealanders are disappointed, and none of them more disappointed than their skipper, Geoffrey Howarth. There he is now, talking with the two umpires Cronin and Weezer, and I know exactly the reason he's out there. He's played his cricket over in the United Kingdom with Surrey for a number of years, and the Benson and Hedges domestic competition there is a series of rules designed to make the game flow freely and to avoid incidents such as the one that happened here today. Now, there is the relevant rule on page 2, and it says that no bowler shall be permitted to bowl underarm, and that's what Geoffrey Howarth is out there talking to them about. It is not in the Australian Benson and Hedges World Series Cup rules because the administrators didn't put it in. I hope they put it in by tomorrow morning, otherwise there'll be a lot of criticism for what was a disgraceful performance out there today. The other thing is that the reason it all happened, in my opinion, is that the captain got his sums wrong. Now, from over number 42, we were saying in the commentary box that he'd made a nonsense of it and that he was going to be in trouble having Lillee bowl the 50th over, which was the ideal thing to do. You must have your best bowler bowl the 50th over. And Lillee, Marsh and Greg Chappell and Hughes were there counting on their fingers trying to work out who should bowl 46, 7, 8, 9 and 50. As it turned out, the sums were done so badly that Trevor Chappell was left to bowl the 50th over, and that's how it all happened. It was panic stations, and then when McKechnie had to hit a 6 off the last ball, just to tie, mind you, not to win, just to tie, then the panic became real, and they made certain that New Zealand couldn't tie the match. Now, everyone around Australia will have their own ideas on that, and we always get letters and phone calls about different things that happen, so I don't expect anyone to agree with me. I don't expect that you'll get more than 50% agreement on anything. Let me just tell you what I think about it. I think it was a disgraceful performance from a captain who got his sums wrong today, and I think it should never be permitted to happen again. We keep reading and hearing that the players are under a lot of pressure and that they're tired and jaded and perhaps their judgment and their skill is blunted. Well, perhaps they might advance that as an excuse for what happened out there today. Not with me, they don't. I think it was a very poor performance, one of the worst things I have ever seen done on a cricket field. Good night.
This has been another presentation of Nine's Wide World of Sports.